Someone tells you they care about you, they show up, they're consistent, they offer support, and instead of feeling relief, you feel suspicion. Your mind whispers, what do they want? When will they leave? What happens when they see the real me? So you push them away. Not dramatically, but quietly. You become distant. You stop sharing. You create tests they don't know they're taking. And when they finally give up, you tell yourself, see, I knew they'd leave. This is what it looks like when someone can't accept love. Not because they don't want it, but because their psychology has taught them that love is dangerous. People who struggle to accept love are not cold or unfeeling. They're operating from a wounded psychology, one that learned early that love comes with conditions, with pain, with loss. Maybe they were abandoned by someone they trusted. Maybe affection was unpredictable. Maybe the people who said they loved them also hurt them the most. And so their nervous system learned a devastating equation. Closeness equals danger. Love equals inevitable pain. And the safest option is to reject it before it rejects you. Psychologists call this an avoidant attachment style. On the surface, these people seem independent, self-sufficient, emotionally controlled. But beneath that control is terror. The terror of being vulnerable with someone who might leave. The terror of needing someone who might disappoint. The terror of letting someone in and discovering that once they truly know you, they won't stay. Childhood often plants these seeds. Perhaps a parent was emotionally inconsistent, loving one day, cold the next. Perhaps a caregiver left without explanation. Perhaps the child learned that expressing needs resulted in rejection, so they learned to need nothing from anyone. Over time, this becomes their operating system, that they grow into adults who sabotage relationships not because they want to be alone, but because loneliness feels safer than the risk of being hurt again. They become experts at finding flaws in people who care about them. They magnify small mistakes into deal breakers. They leave before they can be left. Or research in attachment theory shows that people with avoidant patterns often experience love as suffocating rather than comforting. When someone gets too close, their nervous system activates a threat response. Their brain interprets intimacy as loss of control, vulnerability as weakness, dependence as danger. Healing for someone who can't accept love is not simple. It doesn't happen because someone loves them enough or stays long enough. It happens when they begin to examine where these beliefs came from. When they recognize that their childhood experiences taught them to associate love with pain, but that association is not truth. It means learning to distinguish between past pain and present safety. Learning that not everyone who gets close will hurt them. Learning that vulnerability is not weakness, it's courage. Learning that needing someone doesn't make you powerless, it makes you human. This requires sitting with intense discomfort. It requires allowing someone to care for them without sabotaging it. It requires staying when every instinct says run. It requires trusting that this time, maybe this time, love won't end in abandonment. If you are someone who struggles to accept love, know this: your fear makes sense. Your walls were built for protection, and at untime, they kept you safe. But those walls that protected you as a child are now isolating you as an adult. You deserve to be loved, not despite your wounds, but including them. You deserve someone who stays even when you're struggling to let them in. You deserve to experience love that doesn't hurt, that doesn't control, that doesn't abandon. But first, you have to be willing to take the risk, to stay when you want to run, to trust when you want to test, to let someone see you, really see you, and discover that maybe, just maybe, they'll still choose to stay. The right person won't give up on you. But you have to stop giving up on yourself.